Hi, everybody. How are you? Welcome tonight. This is our cooking show, and we're going to enjoy going from kitchen to kitchen and seeing how to use our Tupperware products. So we're hoping that you're joining us with some great intentions of figuring out how to use the products you probably already have in your kitchen, or some products that maybe you're looking at and thinking I might like to add to my kitchen. Also sharing the recipes. And so tonight for being with us, you are going to get recipes. And so put in the post right now below, hey, I'm a guest. And so we can make sure that we get you the recipes that we're sharing this evening. And we are going to jump from kitchen to kitchen, like I mentioned. And we're starting off with, I believe, Loretta. Loretta is an Italian chef. All right. I like to call her that. So much fun in her kitchen, and she's dynamite with our product. So let's turn it over to our superstar tonight, Loretta DiCenso-Tiber. Take it away, Loretta.
All right, guys, I'm so excited to bring to you some healthy cooking. Okay, so I know we're probably all making resolutions, and we probably had some awesome Christmas and Happy New Year and from Thanksgiving meals, and we are ready to start a brand new year. And so I'm excited to show you some healthy breakfasts. Okay, quick meals that you can superpower your day. Okay, and I'm going to be using some of our superhero Tupperware products here to make you some superhero meals, okay? So we're going to start off with breakfast, one of the most important meals of the day to kickstart your metabolism and to keep it going, all right? And help you to focus and have energy for the rest of the day. Ooh, I'm not sure where to start, but I'm going to start with one of our superheroes right now. This is like a must-have. This is a staple in my kitchen pantry, all right? All right, it is our multi cooker. It has so many features that you can do with this. I'll start with the base right here. This is where you can actually throw some elbow macaroni in here, put it, add the water to this. You'll see the fill lines right here. Pop it in the microwave and cook your elbow macaroni without boiling water on your stovetop and worrying if you're not there and then putting the pasta in and waiting for it, watching it, and then it boils over. No, you put it in the microwave and walk away. You're not a slave to your kitchen, okay? And so let the microwave be your superhero there. So you can also, this is my go-to steamer. Okay. You want healthy, vibrant, full of nutrients and veggies, nutrients and vitamins. You want to steam your vegetables. This is actually a metal steamer. Okay. You place your green beans down inside of here, your broccoli down inside of here, whatever you're going to be steaming up that day. You're going to put a little water in the base. You're going to add your veggies in here. And green beans, we have almost every single Sunday here. And we're going to put it in our microwave for about 12 minutes. It is going to be perfectly steamed. Now, you can cut back the time if you like your green beans a little crunchy or if you like them a little softer. Totally up to you. And this is also covered with metal. And so what happens is the microwave only can boil the water and create that steam to cook your veggies. Okay, super, super healthy. Way back when it was first introduced, it was featured on Dr. Oz, and he gave everyone in the audience one for free. But I can't do that for you. Sorry. You get in touch with your champion Tupperware rep to tell you all about this multi-cooker. But wait, there's more, okay? There's actually another colander that goes inside of here. You could do a quick chicken fajita in here. You can add some chicken strips to the base of it, put the water in the bottom, and then in the colander, which I happen to be missing, you can add some cut up peppers, some onions, and together steam that, and you've got chicken fajita ready to go. Now, earlier today, I used the base. So there's more. All right. So steam vegetables, steam your meat, cook pastas, cook grains. We're going to also make the perfect batch of rice. I am going to tell you that I stayed away from any recipe that had rice in it because I don't know how to cook it. Okay. I don't know. It just makes a big mess on my stovetop. Crazy, crazy. But when Tupperware came out with this is my go-to rice maker right here. There's no plugs, there's no cords. You're going to use that appliance that you have sitting on your countertop, all right? That expensive microwave, or maybe not too expensive, but still you're using it for popping popcorn or warming up some veggie, something. Anyway, leftovers. You can do so much more with your microwave with our Tupperware products, okay? So you're going to put the rice in the bottom. Now, I like brown rice. So there's a little pamphlet that comes with it. Whatever type of rice you eat, you're going to read that little pamphlet and give you these directions. So for my brown rice, okay, I put 2 cups of brown rice down in the base here. I'm going to fill it up with 6 cups of water, but I liked mine at 5.5 cups. Don't ask me why I've been doing this. All right. You're going to put this little tray on the top here. What's going to happen is the starches from the rice. Okay. You see those little holes right there? When that water is boiling up and stuff and all that starch from the rice, it will be trapped. It'll go up here and it'll be trapped in this tray. So it's not going back down into your rice. You're taking that starch away. Okay. So if you're doing it over the stovetop, that rice is just going to stay cooked. The starch is ready to stay cooked in. It's a brand new year, so forgive me. I'm going really fast. So I love this Tupperware business because you can be whoever you are, however you want to eat and cook. And I love it. Now this topper here, just align those handles and put it in the microwave. 5 minutes on high and then 40 minutes on 50% power. And my rice came out absolutely gorgeous. You're just going to open this up and you're going to have that gorgeously cooked rice down inside of here. And I'm going to tell you that down inside, I love having, if you're meal prepping, you want to have some protein ready to go. You want to have some carbs ready to go. So I love having my rice on the side so I can always add it to a meal really quickly. Okay. So there's the rice that came out of my steamer earlier today. Okay. Now I like to put it inside of this freezer mate right here. Okay. Perfectly wrapped and freeze it. Frozen rice is actually much better if you want to do a stir fry because you don't want like mushy rice. You want some crispy rice. So go ahead and freeze it and use it for another day. Okay. All right. So we got our rice cooked up there and our multi-cooker is doing so much. But oh, I forgot to tell you my favorite thing. The way to kickstart your breakfast here is hard-boiled eggs. Okay. You're going to put a little water in the base. You're going to put a dozen eggs. It'll fit perfectly down the side of here. Okay. No less than 10 eggs, no more than 12, okay? Because they'll fit perfectly in here. And 12 eggs, 12 minutes. Now, with my microwave, I need 13 minutes. So play around with your microwave. So if you have 10 eggs, do 10 minutes, but no less than 10. So, why bother? Just do the dozen, okay? A dozen eggs, okay? In 12 minutes, you've got hard-boiled eggs. And again, you're not a slave on your stovetop here. And then you're going to drain the colander here, and then you can fill it up with ice water and let it cool off and peel those eggs. And you've got hard-boiled eggs for the week. You can do so much with your hard-boiled eggs. You get a fun little, they're called boiled egg snack packs. All right, we've got these lunches we have everywhere from the small lunches to the large one. Okay, and you could go ahead and make those hard-boiled eggs, and you could have either a lunch every day of the week, or you can have little snacks in between. And so this is the small one here. And you could do different snack packs with those hard-boiled eggs. You could do a Greek snack pack. You could do a Canadian snack pack. All right, you could have an Asian snack pack. You could have a Mexican. Let's see what this one is. Ooh, I got my hard-boiled eggs. This is my fruit and berry and nuts, okay? I've got my hard-boiled eggs here, and I've got my different berries and some nuts. You could add some cheese to this. Ready to go. Pop these in the fridge so you're ready. Let's see what this one's got. This one has my hard-boiled eggs. Ooh, with some carrots. You could add some red peppers in this, some cucumber, and of course, my little smidget right here is nut butter. Okay, you could do hummus. You could do a ranch dressing. I like to use some almond butter for that. And let's see what we got in this one. This one's more of a lunch size right here. So this one is, ooh, it's a little bit of my Mexican, okay? So I've got my hard-boiled eggs. I've got my crackers. Actually, they would be tortilla chips, but somebody ate them all. Okay, right. I like salt on my hard-boiled eggs. So I have some pink Himalayan salt, a little healthier for you if you have high blood pressure. I do have an avocado. You can either sprinkle it with lime juice so it doesn't discolor. If you put a little plastic wrap on there, make sure it touches the skin. That way the air doesn't oxidize it and change the color, okay? And put it upside down in there. And then inside of a little Tupperware here, I've got a little salsa, all right? So you can make your hard-boiled snack packs, and you can change it up for every day. So you can have different flavors and add all those little side goodies that you love. You could do Italian style with some cut up cheese, some little bread. You could do the hummus in there, however you want to make it, all right? And then a cute one that I did was I like a little fun with my hard-boiled eggs. I took some pepitas or pumpkin seeds. Okay. I toasted them really quickly in another superhero, which is our microwave grill. So come back to our cooking shows. We'll show you more about those. I chopped up the pepitas after they were toasted with our superhero supersonic compact chopper. Okay. Added a little salt, little pepper to that. And that way you can take your hard-boiled egg and dip it inside of there. I would portion this out into maybe some little snack cups or some smidgets and put it inside of your snack packs. Okay. All right. So fun with your hard-boiled eggs. And then last but not least, sometimes in the morning, I am just not in the mood to make myself some breakfast. So I'm just gonna come over here because I feel like my camera's gonna turn off. Okay. So I love doing overnight oats. Okay. Overnight oats. This is our silicone ultimate stand-up bag right here. It will stand up. It's the smallest of the ultimate bags. There's a small, medium, large, and an extra large. Okay. Lots of amazing things you can do with these freezer bags. Freezer, oven safe, microwave safe, liquid tight. You can actually sous vide cook with your beans, with your veggies, with your meats. You can zip this up, put it in a pan of boiling water, and sous vide cook. Okay, it's just putting in boiling water. That's all. It's fancy French name for that. All right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add our 1/3 cup of oats. Okay. I like to use the sprouted gluten-free oats from Costco. I get the 5-pound bag. It will fit beautifully in my modular mate right here, right? Right here, right, guys. You want to be organized? This is the time you're going to get organized. You want to invest in our modular mates right there. Please get in touch with your champion Tupperware girlfriend or boyfriend, all right? And get connected with all those awesome organizing pantry containers. And then we're going to add some, ooh, this is so fun. You can do lots of variations, but my favorite one is the apple pie. I feel like I'm eating an apple pie for breakfast, okay? So I've got the oats on the side of there. And then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of applesauce. Now, my family loves to make their own apples. We have applesauce, apple cider. In October, end of September, we have a big family event. So I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of applesauce. This is homemade applesauce. There's no added sugars to this. Pure apples off of our trees. So that's always a treat. I love to freeze them in our freezer containers. I'm going to add a pinch of nutmeg, all right? A little bit of nutmeg for flavor, guys. A pinch, just a little pinch, okay? Too much nutmeg, not so good for you, okay? Did you know that? I didn't really know that. And then cinnamon, you can go to town with cinnamon, okay? Cinnamon is so healthy for you. It really helps you control your blood sugar levels, okay? I think it's a quarter of a teaspoon. I'm going to use 2 of these, okay? And you can't go wrong. I love our spice shaker containers. They can level off a teaspoon. So if you are one of those bakers that need accurate measurements, you want to invest in our measuring cups and spoons. Totally accurate, dry or liquid, okay? So I've got that down inside of there. I'm going to mix it up a little bit with our little spatulas, okay? Get those ingredients all mixed up. Spoon rest right here. All right. Then we're going to add some Greek yogurt. Lots of great protein for you. So we're going to add the yogurt inside of here. And I love that these bags stand up. Now you can use our cereal bowls. You can use our soup mug. I mean, any of our containers are great for this, but I love the on-the-go soap. Okay. We got that going on. And then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of almond milk and 2 tablespoons fit perfectly in your. How do you get these? You talk to your Tupperware girlfriend. Yep. They're not, you can't just buy them. You gotta get connected. Maybe you want to host a party. Maybe get it as a little free gift when you do, okay? Lots of free gifts and half price items as a host. So I wanted to mix that up a little bit. Last thing I'm gonna do, let's see. Oh, we gotta add a little more protein. And again, this is like my little breakfast dinner here. I got my oats. I got chia seeds. If you want to do like chia overnight oats breakfast, okay? I'm gonna add half teaspoon of my vanilla protein. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. I like that little extra boost in the morning. Okay, I'm gonna add that in there. And by the way, those modulates keep all your staples fresh, airtight. I mean, you could have chips in there for a year, and trust me, I did. And my girlfriend, I was gonna throw them out because I was changing out my display. This is for my display, and she goes, "My boys will eat that." So she took them home to her teenage boys, and they had delicious chips after a year. Amazing. Okay. All right, last thing you're gonna do is chop up some apples. You can do a half an apple or a whole apple, really up to you. We have these amazing knives from Tupperware. Um, they've got these little guards on them so that when you store them, they're not gonna bang up and get dull. So I've got my apples on the side of there. And then I'm gonna zip this up because this little silicone bag is airtight, liquid tight, and I can shake it up, I can wish it up, and I'm gonna put it in my fridge. And tomorrow morning, when I get home from working out, I'm gonna have a superhero breakfast. So I hope you saw some fun products here tonight to stay healthy through this new year. Who's that?
All right. Thank you so much. I love it. How many of you really, 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 really like new products? You know what? We have a new product coming out in the middle of the month, and you need to tell your Tupperware lady, hey, as soon as that new product hits, make sure I know about it because I love bright colors and I know there's something really bright in our future. So make sure you connect with your Tupperware lady again and again and again until you find out what it is. All right. And so next we're going to move over to Ellen Lewis, another phenomenal demonstrator, and you're going to love her kitchen and how she make sure. Oh, I just love her kitchen. Just go for it, Ellen. She's like, I don't love my kitchen. I love your kitchen. So cute.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ellen. It's nice to see everybody tonight. Okay, so I am making a salad, and so this is a meal prep or a salad that we meal prep pretty consistently in our house. I like to meal prep it with another salad that I like to eat at the same time. I like the two salads together. This one is very tangy, and it's called a sunshine salad. And it is like an Israeli-inspired tahini salad, right? So it has chickpeas and some celery, cucumbers, and it has this wonderful dressing. Like I said, it's very tangy, and I hope you love it. So when you get a chance to try it. So, and it was funny because we were eating it earlier today, and I was like, somebody looked at me. I can't remember which one it was, if it was Eric or Ella, and they were like, "I'm gonna eat the rest of this." I was like, "That's okay, because I'm making more tonight." So it's all good. All right, so I already went ahead and I chopped up the celery. So I use the cucumbers. I use English cucumbers because they're not quite as watery, and I actually de-seed them. I know they're seedless, but I actually take my spoon and I scoop out the center part to make it even less watery. Just so it's not quite as watery, right? Because I store it in the fridge, and so it will kind of water down if it's in the fridge for a couple days. So I do go ahead and like scoop that out. And so I like to cut that actually with a knife so it's not quite as fine as you see what's going to happen when I use our wonderful Power Chef. All right, so I'm going to use the Power Chef to cut the celery. So I doubled this recipe because I'm cooking it for the family, but the recipe that you get will be half of what I'm doing right now. So the recipe calls for 5 stalks of celery. So I've already chopped up half of them, over half of them. So I'm going to chop up the rest of them in our Power Chef. And the Power Chef is definitely one of the go-to products in the house, whether it's the big one or the medium size or the compact, it doesn't matter. They all do the same thing, just in different quantities, right? And so one of my favorite things to chop in these are fresh herbs, onions. Honestly, fresh herbs and onions are definitely the top 2 things I chop in the choppers, because the fresh herbs, they chop it so unbelievably fine. Like I can't chop it that fine with a knife unless I sat there for 10 minutes chopping. Okay. And so I don't have time for that. So I love to use it for that. It's just absolutely amazing. And I love also to use it for dips, making like artichoke dips and things like that, just throwing everything in there and just chop, chop, chop. It's so quick and easy, and you will absolutely, and it's easier than pulling out like my Cuisinart or, a food processor or even the blender. Honestly, it's so easy to clean this up, and it's just, yeah. And it's lightweight, right? Because like Cuisinart is like down down on a low shelf. And so I'm like bent over and I'm pulling it out. And it's a weird angle. It's not pretty. Okay. So it's much easier just to pull this gently down out of the cupboard and go to work. Right. So much nicer. All right. So yeah. And the cool thing about it is it does have a blade that has like 3 different, for the big one, it has like 3 different blades on there. And then it's just a pull string chopper. So when I pull that, it just chops, right? And so the more I pull, the finer and finer it gets. So I can look at it and be like, okay, I want that finer, and just keep pulling. So I'm going to go ahead and just put the celery in here. And I've already washed it and just kind of chopped it up. And you will sometimes kind of have to chunk up whatever it is that you're putting in here. I also like to shred chicken in here. It's fantastic for shredding chicken. It does have grippers on the bottom, and that's great because you just kind of want to put it down onto the surface to kind of pull back. It will let you know if you overstuff it because the blades just won't go. Okay. So if that happens, you just want to take a piece of whatever you got in there, just take a little bit out, right? And then try again. And then sometimes it will kind of stick to the walls, whatever is in there. And so I just like gently just kind of shake it or tap it on the counter just to make sure I shake it down a little bit so that it's not quite so up on the walls and all that jazz. So I went a little crazy with the other ones. This is a much better chop than what I did earlier. Earlier I was like, oh, because I was just trying to get it done fast, and I did a little finer than this, but this is a great chop right there. So I'm going to put that into our bowl, and I already have 1 can of chickpeas in there. I'm going to open up the other can for you and show you. And I'm just going to open the can and rinse the chickpeas. And the big thing about the salad, the thing that makes the salad is the dressing, and the dressing is so good. But I will share with you, oh wait, I still have to do the herbs. I almost put this in the sink. No, I still have to do the herbs. Let me do the herbs really quick. So this has cilantro in it, and I love cilantro, so I can't go too hard with the cilantro, but I do take off the woody stems. I know people say you can eat the whole thing, but a lot of time I don't like that big thick stem at the end. So I kind of go through and I just kind of pull some of those off. But if you don't, if you have cilantro and that doesn't bother you, you can throw the whole thing in. I do keep some of the stems. I just don't keep the big woody part of the stems. So and this is, and I used our salad spinner to just kind of spin these dry after I rinse them. And then I'm going to turn around when I rinse the chickpeas. I'm going to turn around and just use this to rinse them, right? Because there's no sense in pulling out another strainer when the basket of my salad spinner does the same thing. All right. So, and that's the beauty of like our products. I tell people all the time, like, don't bring something in your house that literally does one thing. You want to bring things in your house that like do multiple things. So I love to tell people lots of different ways to use their Tupperware, even if it's not in the kitchen, right? Even if it's like different places around the house that they can use it, just to give them more value for, the different things that you have in your home, and even if you're watching this and you're just like, well, I have something, but it's not Tupperware. So what? Like if you have a salad spinner and it's not Tupperware and you just got a great idea of how you can use it, that's fantastic. If they created value for something that you already own, that's awesome, right? And so, I mean, that's kind of the name of the game when it comes to, being able to utilize the things that you have in your home and being able to leverage the things that you already have, or being able to leverage the money that you're spending on your food or on things that you have in your home to make your life easier, right? And that's what Tupperware is all about. That's what our products are all about. That's why so many of the things we have do have multi-uses in your kitchen, throughout your house, and all of that. And so there is a lot of value around our products and all of that. So, and I hope that that's something that you're seeing here tonight as you're watching. You're watching us use the products, but maybe you're also seeing products and you're thinking, well, of the different ways that you might be able to use them in your home. Or again, you might be thinking, oh, wait, I have that in my home and I didn't realize I could use it for that, right? So yeah, so I'm just adding the cilantro right to this bowl. And yeah, so this is, oh my God, the thing I love about cooking with fresh herbs, and the thing I love about chopping them in this chopper, is they get chopped so fine, and the finer they get chopped, the more flavor that comes out, and the more flavor that comes out, the better they smell. And it's just like, oh my goodness, it smells so fresh and good in here between the cucumbers and the cilantro, like, and I'm getting ready to juice some limes, and it's gonna be so fresh. All right, so I mean, seriously. And it's funny because a lot of times I have like cucumbers with like my breakfast. I know that sounds weird, but I like, it's just like a good fresh like mix with the other flavors that I have with some different things I have for breakfast. And my husband will come down and be like, "Oh my gosh, your cucumbers smell so good." I'm like, "They're cucumbers, but okay, yeah." I get it. I get it. All right, so this is our can opener, and the thing that is so great about our can opener is that it doesn't leave sharp edges on the top, and it doesn't leave sharp edges on the can either. And so, but the key to it is see the two spinny wheels there? You want to put the edge of the can between those two spinny wheels, and then you want to close it, right? And then it'll grip onto it, right? So I'm holding it, and then you just spin it around and around, right? My can is dented. What's up with that? I think one of my little helpers may have dropped it on the way up the steps. All right. And so, all right. And so then you hear it click, right? And then you take this little guy right here. Where's my camera? There it is. You take this little guy right here and you just kind of clamp down on it and then you just peel back. It's done, right? So I'm going to rinse these real quick. All right. And then we're going to make our dressing and then we're done. It's that super easy. All right. And this dressing is so easy to make. Okay. So the dressing, we have our quick shake, gravy maker, protein drink maker, salad dressing maker, whatever you use it for, you can call it. Okay. Because nobody really knows what it's actually called. Right. So it calls for a quarter cup. So since I'm doubling it, I'm going to do half a cup. So, it's olive oil, but I use avocado oil. So, but you can use whatever you want, like whatever your favorite oil is, just use that. Well, I take that back. Don't use vegetable oil because you really shouldn't be using vegetable oil. That's something you can change in 2025. Okay. You need to change to avocado oil, and it doesn't have to be expensive avocado oil, just good avocado oil. This is from Aldi's and it's the best avocado oil and one of the cheapest, by the way. Okay. So, and it's very tasty. So it doesn't have to be really expensive. All right. And this is tahini. All right. So if you buy tahini and you use tahini and it doesn't, let's see here, and it doesn't pour like this. If it's like a paste, you need to take it back to the store. All right. It is supposed to pour your tahini, right? All right. If it is a paste, then you're shopping at the wrong store. You need to go to a store, like you can go to like an Indian food store, or you can go to, like a local place that has, just some authentic, just food, right? And go there and go to like a Whole Foods or something like that and get tahini that is like, that you can shake, right? You can hear it and get that. That's the good tahini. If you're using the paste kind and you're like, I don't like tahini, you're using the wrong tahini. Okay. So just be mindful of that. All right. So if you're sitting there thinking, I'm not going to like this because I don't like tahini, you might be using the wrong tahini. All right. So then we're going to juice 4 limes. Now remember, I doubled this. Okay. So you're only going to juice 2. So I'm going to juice 4 limes. And then I'm going to add some salt. And that is all that goes into this dressing. That's it. How fresh is that? Right? And this is all whole foods, right? There's no like mixed ingredients. There's no additives or no preservatives in any of this. This is all good stuff, guys. Your body's going to be like, thank you so much. Do more of this, right? Good stuff. That's what my body says. Sure goes into shock because of everything I ate over Christmas, right? All right, so I'm going to juice these. And that's it. I'm going to add the salt. I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons, or I'm sorry, not tablespoons. Good Lord. I'm going to put in 2 teaspoons of salt. And again, that's because I doubled it. So don't stress about that, right? And this is a huge salad too. I mean, this is like a fix and mix bowl and it is almost completely full. All right. And so I'm going to put these in here. All right. Sorry, I should have juiced these before. I didn't think it was going to take this long to juice some limes. All right. we'll have our salt. And then watch when I shake this. You guys are gonna, it's like magic. First time I did it, because my husband, he usually actually makes the dressing for this. And because for a while I couldn't, okay, so when I make dressing, I do it by taste. I usually don't actually, I usually kind of do it, I just do it by taste. I like taste it and I add stuff and I taste it and I add stuff. This one I couldn't do that. I kept tasting it and okay, so here it is. It's all liquidy. So I would do that and I kept tasting it and I was like, it tastes wrong. And then he would make it and it tasted perfect. And I'm like, how do you do it? He goes, I actually follow the recipe. I was like, oh, so I was like, oh, I guess I should do that. All right, look at this. Look how creamy this is. Like, what? Do you see how long I shook that? Look at this. I mean, hello. This is amazing. It is so good. And it's so tangy. And so when you taste it, like without it on the salad, it's kind of almost overly tangy, which is why I was having trouble making it, because I kept tasting it and I was like, this is too tangy. And I kept adding stuff to it. But when you taste it with the salad, it is so good. Like all the watery vegetables and that cilantro and the mixture of the salt and the chickpeas and all of that. And so, and I like to, with this salad, I mean, the chickpeas give it protein and stuff, right? But with this salad, I do like to put sunflower seeds on the top. And sometimes I'll put pumpkin seeds on the top just to add some more protein to it. So it's a nice like protein salad, super fresh. And you can serve it just like this. It does not need to be chilled. It is best when you first make it. But you can put it in the fridge and you can eat it for a couple days. It does need to be stirred. It does sometimes, like I said, if you don't de-seed that cucumber, it can get kind of watery. So you do want to just make sure you mix it up. But it's so good, guys. Like seriously, look at this. It's so fresh. Look at that. It smells so good. Yeah, seriously, you guys got to try it. So definitely talk to whoever invited you, your champion consultant, to get the recipe. It is so unbelievably good. And I hope you absolutely love it. So thanks, everybody.
That looked delicious. I am making that. All right. So we want to thank you for being on our cooking event tonight. And we will be doing this once a month. And so make sure you talk to your Tupperware rep and get continued invitations to be on here.